Welcome to United Report, your daily hub for all things Manchester United. From breaking news to transfer talk and match updates, we've got every red covered. If you live and breathe United, hit subscribe and join the family. Glory, glory, Man United. Manchester United are fighting to land Bryan MBEUMO in a £55 move. But club legend Louis Saha has urged them not to lose sight of what really matters, keeping AMAD Diallo. As Tottenham ramp up their interest in MBEUMO and Crystal Palace star Eberechi Eze, United risk losing one of their most exciting young players. Ruben Amorim is building around Matheus Cunha and MBEUMO, and AMAD's role is uncertain. Could he be sold, get the full story? And Saha's explosive comments: no matter what happens with Bryan MBEUMO, Manchester United must keep AMAD at Old Trafford. That's the view of former United striker Louis Saha, who is a big fan of the young Ivorian winger. MBEUMO, 25, is all ready and has agreed to move to United if the Red Devils can seal a deal with his club side Brentford. So far, United have seen 2 offers turned down by the London club, while Tottenham, who have just poached Bees boss Thomas Frank, have made a bid in excess of anything offered by United. Nevertheless, despite interest from Spurs, United are expected to land MBEUMO with his preference to move to Old Trafford. He will join Matheus Cunha, who has already completed his £62.5 million move from Wolves, with the pair both earmarked for key roles by Ruben Amorim. The Portuguese is sticking wholeheartedly with his 3-4-3 formation, which is yet to bear fruit in Manchester, with the pair both set for starting spots as the twin number 10s, either side of a number 9. That means that AMAD, one of few shining lights during a dismal 2024-25 campaign, is likely to miss out on his preferred position on the right of the attacking trio. He may well have to drop back and play at wing-back if he wants to keep a starting spot or else be a substitute. Speculation has risen, however, that he could in fact be cast aside and sold as the club look to recoup funds. But Saha has urged United Chiefs to do whatever it takes to keep AMAD. No. If there are 1 or 2 players who should not leave, it is him and Bruno Fernandes. Saha told the Daily Express with Bet Select, he is the kind of player who does not care where he plays. He has said it himself, he will play as a left back or centre back, he will just play. And as Saha backed AMAD, he let rip at some of his Old Trafford teammates with some very pointed comments. He continued, some other players will say, I want to play there, or I should be playing in this position. Those players should shut up. Why? Because the result that we had last year is ridiculous. If you have got 20 goals, you can ask those things maybe, but none of those players have scored more than 15 goals, and they are asking for things. It is crazy. Tottenham could explore a move for Eberechi Eze as they look to strengthen their forward line. Spurs boss Thomas Frank has prioritised a wide player in the transfer market, and the club have made a £65 plus bid for Brentford's Bryan MBEUMO and made inquiries on Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo. They have also got Crystal Palace star Eze on their list of potential targets and are long-time admirers of the England international. It has been widely reported that Eze has a £68 million buyout clause in his contract, which would be seen as great value in the current market. Palace will be desperate to keep 26-year-old Eze, who has just enjoyed the best season of his career by helping them win the FA Cup and potentially get a place in Europe. Tottenham weighed up a move last summer, but ultimately Palace chairman Steve Parish said he was surprised they did not receive any firm bids. But after enjoying such an impressive season, Eze is likely to attract firm interest again this summer, and Spurs are in the market for a wide player. Tottenham remain keen on MBEUMO, but face major competition from Manchester United, who have made a £55 million bid for the Brentford forward. Frank has a strong link with MBEUMO from Brentford and will be keen to bring him in, but the forward has been keen on going to United. That deal is still a possibility for Spurs, but they remain determined to strengthen. Tottenham have made inquiries on Semenyo, but Bournemouth do not want to sell after losing Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid, while Liverpool are closing in on left-back Milos Kerkez. Bournemouth will demand around £70 for Semenyo, and Spurs are now exploring options as they look to bolster their squad for the new manager and also ahead of a season back in the Champions League. They have made Mathis Tell's move permanent, but could sell captain Son Heung-min before the end of the window, with strong interest from the Saudi Pro League in the Tottenham captain. Marcus Rashford's Manchester United career is hanging by a thread, and it looks like there's only one option left. After turning down moves to Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and refusing to join any London club, the list of suitors is shrinking fast. With Barcelona his dream destination, but strapped financially, a loan exit might be the only escape route. Ruben Amorim has already made it clear, Rashford doesn't fit his system. So where next for the United star? Marcus Rashford might only have one Manchester United exit option left after already ruling out 3 Premier League rivals. The Red Devils Academy graduate is fully expected to leave Old Trafford this summer after an explosive season. He was axed from the squad entirely by Ruben Amorim before joining Aston Villa on loan. Villa had a 40 million option to make the deal permanent, but despite his promising displays in the Midlands, they chose not to re-sign him. That has left Rashford in an uncertain position regarding his future, but even then, Rashford has a list of criteria for his next club. According to the Manchester Evening News, the forward is not prepared to take a wage cut on his current $325,000 a week package, which only a few clubs could afford. It is suggested that Rashford has already turned down moves to both Saudi Arabia and Turkey. He is open to a rival Premier League side, but he does not want to move to London, which would see the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham all out of the race for his services. It is further detailed that United Chiefs expect Rashford to move abroad, having put a move to Barcelona at the top of his list. The Catalan Giants have an interest in Rashford, but are currently attempting to thrash out a deal for Athletic Bilbao's Nico Williams, which will stretch their finances. A loan move now looks to be the only route out of Old Trafford for Rashford this summer, and he will hope to get his future sorted soon after Ruben Amorim made his feelings about a reintegration into the squad very clear. The United boss banished the forward alongside 3 colleagues from the club's pre-season tour alongside Anthony, Alejandro Garnacho and Jadon Sancho. Explaining Rashford's initial omission back in February, Amorim said, "What I say is I couldn't put Marcus to see the way you're supposed to play football and to train the way I see it. And sometimes you have one player who is really good with one coach and the same player with another coach is different. I just wish the best to Rashford and Unai Emery and they can connect because he's a very good player." He added, "The case was some of the guys don't adapt the way I see football, the other guys adapt, and we are trying to build the team." It's something that you feel as a coach and a player. It's quite normal, it happened with a lot of coaches. The important thing is that I'm here saying it was my decision. Goalkeeper Kawa Santos has snubbed interest from Manchester United to pen a new deal with Eintracht Frankfurt, citing the club's faith in him as the reason behind his decision. The 22-year-old Brazilian has been turning heads across Europe since his debut in September 2024. The Red Devils reportedly considered him a potential replacement for their current number 1, Andre Onana. Despite German outlet Bild's reports that United's director of recruitment, Christopher Weivel, held talks with Frankfurt over a 51M move in April, Santos has pledged his future to Frankfurt by signing on until 2030. The management in Frankfurt showed tremendous confidence in me, Santos said to Welt, on his desire to stay in the Bundesliga. They wanted to continue working with me before these rumours even surfaced. They still have a lot of faith in me here, so it was clear to me that I wanted to extend my contract. I want to establish myself as a goalkeeper, perform well, and achieve as much as possible. Santos made the switch from Brazilian outfit Flamengo to Eintracht in 2023 and quickly claimed the number 1 spot, replacing veteran Kevin Trapp. Despite being hampered by a serious knee injury that is expected to sideline him for most of 2025, Santos appears quite settled, eager to add more glory to the club's recent achievements. The club has shown repeatedly with the DFB Cup and Europa League victories, as well as with our Champions League qualification. Great things are possible here, Santos added. I want to help repeat such successes. Meanwhile, it's been a tough season for United's Onana 29, with rumours mounting about his future at Old Trafford as manager Ruben Amorim eyes a squad overhaul. Reports state that the club is open to selling many players in order to finance new signings. With speculation rife regarding his role as United's number 1 keeper, Onana himself expressed uncertainty over his summer plans when pressed by Afrikfoot. I don't know. We'll see, Onana said on the topic of his potential departure from United, although previous indications from The Athletic suggest he may remain at the club. Despite claims that Amorim is looking to address his goalkeeping department, United's Portuguese boss publicly defended Onana following the Cameroonian's particularly error-strewn performance in the Europa League quarter-finals this season. It can happen, Amorim said about Onana's mistakes. If you play football, you'll play a lot of games and you can make mistakes. If you look at the season, I make more mistakes than them during these last games and these last months.